Good morning, children. I hope you all might be doing well at your homes. So, today we are here to start a new chapter, that is Footloose in Agra, written by Ruskin Bond. So, as the name Agra comes to our mind, we start thinking about the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is considered to be one of the seven wonders of the world, isn't it? That was built by Shah Jahan. It is a burial tomb which was built by Shah Jahan in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. So this chapter written by Ruskin Bond. So Ruskin Bond is considered to be one of the India's popular writers. He is especially famous among the children for his work. So let us start with the chapter, and here is you can see there's a fill up given over here, so children, do it on your own. Okay, I hope you all are intelligent kids. So let's start with the chapter. Let us read the description of the city of Agra through the eyes of an avid traveler. Okay, but before reading the chapter, I would like you to summarize. I would like you to summarize the chapter with you. So let us start. So this chapter is more about visiting the Taj Mahal. Okay, so in this chapter, the author describes his visit to the historical city of Agra. The writer visited Agra city in a cycle rickshaw. Okay, as you can see in the very first line, the cycle rickshaw is the best way of getting about Agra. So why does the author says this? Because Agra is also famous for its busy, bazaars and the crowded, streets. Okay, crowded roads. Now, he visited Agra city in a cycle rickshaw. He enjoyed the juggling ride on the rickshaw through the crowded bazaars and viewed the bright, colorful paper kites in the sky. Now, as he reached the Taj Mahal at noon, he was mesmerized by seeing the monument, as the monument was dazzling by the reflection of light. The author was taken aback by the vision of shimmering white marble and the surrounding walls of red sandstones, the winding river, and of course the monument was perfectly preserved with the precious stones like the jade, jasper, or lapis lazuli. Okay, so these are the names of the precious stones, okay, which added beauty of the monument. There was a picturesque view of river Yamuna as well. He also saw parrots flashing in the sunshine, kingfishers swooping over the water, and a peacock strutting across the lawn surrounding the monument. What is the meaning of strutting, children? Strutting means to walk in a proud manner. Okay. Now, after a few minutes, when he was observing these things, suddenly he saw a small boy. What was he eating? He was eating some kind of small green fruit. Okay, and then after asking, he told that the fruit was from Ashok tree. Now he was the son. Who was he? Who was that small boy, children? He was the son of the head gardener, and therefore he was allowed to take the fruit from the tree. The small boy was not at all interested in the Taj Mahal. So why was he not interested in the Taj Mahal? Because he used to come there every day. Okay, and he used to come there every day. So he was habituated of seeing that view every day. When you get to see the same thing every day and the thing does not change, you don't take so much of interest in it. It's a human nature, isn't it? So same was with the boy. He used to come there to help his father eat fruit and gaze at the variety of visitors who came to see the people. तो वो छोटा बच्चा जो गार्डनर का सन था, वो वहाँ डेली किस लिए आता था? वो ताजमहल तो देखने नहीं आता था. ओके, क्योंकि उसको वो डेली ताजमहल देखता था और फिर कुछ अब ऑब्वियसली बात है, हिस्टोरिकल मॉन्यूमेंट है तो डेली तो हिस्टोरिकल मॉन्यूमेंट तो चेंज तो नहीं होगा. ओके, सो वो ताजमहल से ज़्यादा किस चीज़ को देखने आता था, तो वो जो वैरायटी, रोज़ तरह तरह के लोग आते थे जो विज़िट करने ताजमहल को, तो वो उनको देखता था. द बॉय वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन सीइंग वैरायटी ऑफ पीपल हु केम टू सी द प्लेस. At the end, the narrator realized that the beauty of place was the same as it was 100 years ago. So last में narrator को realize होता है कि ताजमहल में कुछ भी change नहीं हुआ है. ओके, और जो पहले थी वही आज भी है, वैसी आज भी है. When he went home, okay, so after few days जब हम कहीं से घूम कर आते हैं तो हम डिस्कस करते हैं ना, जब हम तो उस जगह के बारे में, वो ये जगह ऐसा था या फिर उस जगह के बारे में सोचते हैं, isn't it? तो ऑथर भी जो हैं, तो यू नो व्हेन ही वाज एट होम, तो ही व्हेन ही सिट्स अलोन, तो ही ट्राइज टू रिकॉल द ताजमहल, बट मोर देन ताजमहल, what remains in his mind, children? The surrounding of Taj Mahal. ठीक है, the passage of the river and the sharp flavor of the ashok fruit. Okay, ashok fruit जो कि उस गार्डनर के सन ने उनको दिया था खाने को. Are you getting? So let's start with the chapter now. Let's read the chapter properly and enhance our pronunciation of the different words. Now let's start. The cycle rickshaw is the best way of getting about Agra. Its smooth gliding motion and leisurely rate of progress are in keeping with the pace of life. Pace means speed. Pace of life in this old world city. The rickshaw man juggles his way थ्रू द क्राउडेड बाज़ार. जगल मतलब क्या होता है? आपने देखा है ना जगलर्स को कैसे बॉल को एक हाथ से दूसरी हाथ फेंक कर बॉल की डायरेक्शन चेंज करते हैं. उसी तरीके से अगर आपने कभी रिक्शा पे बैठा होगा तो रिक्शा मैन कैसे रिक्शा चलाता है, वो हैंडल को इधर उधर घुमाता है, टेढ़ा सीधा करता है. क्यों? क्योंकि टू चेंज द डायरेक्शन, इजंट इट? सो द रिक्शा मैन juggles his way through the crowded bazaars, exchanging insults with tanga drivers, pedestrians. अब pedestrians क्या होते हैं? pedestrians उनको बोलते हैं जो कि पैदल चलने वाले होते हैं. ओके, जो लोग भी पैदल चलते हैं रोड पे उनको क्या बोलते हैं? pedestrian. And other cyclist. But once on the broad mall or Taj Road, his curses change to carefree song and he freewheels along the tree-lined avenues. अब एवेन्यू क्या होता है? एवेन्यू इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ ब्रॉड रोड. चौड़ी रोड होती है जहाँ पे एक साइड में क्या होता है, लंबी लंबी बिल्डिंग्स या फिर बड़े बड़े ट्रीज़ होते हैं हर एक साइड में. ओके, सो दोज टाइप्स ऑफ रोड्स, ब्रॉड रोड्स, आर टर्म्ड एज एवेन्यूज. Old colonial style bungalows still stand in large compounds shaded by peepal, banyan and jamun tree. So I hope you might have understood the meaning of avenues. Now, why do you think the rickshaw man's curses changed to the carefree song? Okay, जो रिक्शा मैन की कर्सेस थी वो carefree song में क्यों चेंज होगी? वो क्यों रिलैक्स हो गया एकदम से? After changing the direction, after changing the road, because earlier he was riding his rickshaw in what kind of place? In the crowded bazaars, जहाँ की कुछ लोग पैदल चल रहे थे, कुछ लोग टांगा पे चल रहे थे, तो कोई साइकिल पे चल रहा था. तो in order to struggle to find the direction, he was cursing that time, and as he entered the broad road, he became free. Okay, he became carefree, he became relaxed. Now let's move to the next page. Looking up, I noticed a number of bright paper kites that fluttered, dip and swerve in the cloudless sky. I cannot recall seeing so many kites before. So when he was going by a rickshaw, on a rickshaw, so the author, he looked up and what did he observe? He observed so many kites flying in the sky. Is it a festival today? I asked. So on seeing so many kites in the sky, the author asked the rickshaw man that is it a festival? Is it any kind of festival today? No, Sahib, says the rickshaw man. Not even a holiday. तो द रिक्शा मैन ने बोला कि नहीं, आज कोई छुट्टी, आज ना कोई हॉलीडे है और ना ही कोई आज छुट्टी है. देन वाई सो मेनी काइट्स? ही डज नॉट इवन बॉदर टू लुक अप. रिक्शा मैन को उतनी इंटरेस्ट नहीं थी कि वो ऊपर स्काई में देखे काइट्स को. सो ही सेड यू कैन सी काइट्स एवरी डे साहेब. सो रिक्शा मैन क्या बोलता है कि यहाँ तो आप रोज़ ही काइट्स देख सकते हो. सो देयर फोर दिस रिक्शा मैन डिड नॉट लुक अप. Okay, because he was accustomed of seeing these kites every day flying in the sky. I don't see them in Delhi. Ah, but Delhi is a busy place. In Agra, people still fly kites. There are kite flying competitions every Sunday, and heavy bets are sometimes placed on the outcome. So these lines are said by whom, children? These lines are said by the rickshaw man. As we near the city, I noticed kites stuck in trees or dangling from electric wires. Dangling क्या होता है? Dangling जब पतंग कटकर कहीं पे लटक जाती है ना, तो उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Dangling. Okay? Yeah. So, where were we? Yeah, dangling from electric wires. But there are always others soaring up to take their place. Soaring मतलब कि कोई भी काइट जब कटती है स्काई में, तो उसकी जगह पे दूसरी काइट फिर उसका प्लेस लेने आ जाती है, इज़न्ट इट? ऐसे ऐसे फ्लाई कर कर. सो दैट इज़ सोरिंग अप, टू मूव इन अ फास्ट और स्पीडी मैनर. आई आस्क्ड द रिक्शा मैन टू टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट द काइट फ्लायर्स एंड द काइट मेकर्स, बट द सब्जेक्ट बोर्ड्स हिम. So when the author asked the rickshaw man about the kite or the kite makers or the flyers, so the rickshaw man did not take any interest because he wasn't interested at all. So what did he say after that? You had better see the Taj today, Sahib. So आप better आप ताज देख लो आज. Okay, who is they saying these lines? This line is said by the rickshaw man to the author. So you can see how there are so many beautiful, colorful paper kites being flown in the sky, children. And the author is admiring the kites in the sky, isn't it? All right, take me to it. I can lunch afterwards. So he told you, all right, let us go to Taj Mahal and I can have my lunch afterwards. It is difficult to view the Taj at noon. नून के टाइम क्या होता है कि ताज को देखना बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है. वाई? बिकॉज द सन इज़ ओवर आवर हेड, इजंट इट? द सन स्ट्राइक्स द वाइट मार्बल एंड देयर इज़ अ ग्रेट dazzle. Dazzle means shine. Dazzle of reflected light. I stand there with averted eyes, looking at everything. The formal gardens, the surrounding walls of red sandstone, the winding river, everything except the monument I have come to see. So he had come to see the monuments, but he wasn't only seeing the monument but also admiring the surrounding of the monument. ऐसा होता है ना कि जब हम किसी जगह पे जाते हैं घूमने को, तो फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल इफ़ वी गो टू एनी प्लेस, ओके, तो डायरेक्टली तो हम उस प्लेस पे नहीं चले आते हैं, हम उस प्लेस की सराउंडिंग्स के थ्रू जाते हैं. तो वी कीप ऑन एडमायरिंग द सराउंडिंग्स ऑल्सो, इजंट इट? सो द सेम थिंग वाज हैपनिंग विद द ऑथर. It is there, of course. So look here in the caption, children. Here is a question. We have all heard about the Taj Mahal, if not seen it. Okay, why do you think it is so famous? Why do you think? So it's famous for two reasons, I guess. First, you tell me. You might be thinking, why is it famous? You all also might be knowing that why Taj Mahal is so famous. So let me tell you. Those who are not knowing, let me tell you that Taj Mahal is famous for two reasons. First, it is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Okay, and second thing, it is a burial tomb which was built by Shah Jahan in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. Clear? Let's proceed further. It is there, of course, very solid and real, perfectly preserved, with every jade, jasper or lapis lazuli. Now, what are these jade, jasper, or lapis lazuli, children? These are the precious stones, okay, which are which are engraved or carved in the Taj Mahal, playing its part in the overall design. And after a while, I can shade my eyes and take in a vision of shimmering white marble. The light arises in waves from the shimmering paving stones, and the squares of black white marble create an effect of running water. Inside the chamber, it is cool and dark, but rather musty. Musty means not really fresh. Okay, जो फ्रेश अपीयर नहीं होता हो, अजीब सी फ्रेशनेस की सेंस नहीं होती है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? मस्टी. I waste no time in hurrying out into the sunlight. Now, so why did he hurry out in sunlight, children? He hurried out in sunlight because he wanted to take some fresh air, as the place inside was dull, not fresh. Okay, and he and also wanted to get some sunlight. So now let's move to the next paragraph. I walked the length of a gallery and turned with some relief to the river scene. The sluggish Yamuna winds past Agra on its way to union with the Ganga. I know the Yamuna well. Now the author is saying he knows Yamuna well. Yamuna means Yamuna river. I know where it emerges from the foothills near Kalsi. What is Kalsi now? Kalsi is a place which is situated on the banks of river Yamuna, okay, in Dehradun district of Uttarakhand. Now look here. Yeah, so I know the river at Delhi. I know where it emerges from the foothills near Kalsi, cold and blue from the melting snows. I know it as it winds its way through fields of wheat and sugarcane and mustard across the flat plains of Uttar Pradesh. Sometimes placid. Placid means calm. Shant, okay? Sometimes placid, sometimes in flood. I know the river at Delhi, where its muddy banks are a patchwork of clothes spread out by hundreds of washermen who serve the city. Okay, we all know that river Yamuna is so much polluted in Delhi, isn't it? Now, and I know it is it in Mathura, where it is alive with huge turtles. So in Mathura you'll find huge turtles in the Yamuna river. Mathura, sacred city whose beginnings are lost in antiquity. It's a very sacred city, and beginnings are lost in antiquity. Antiquity means past. And then the river winds its way to Agra, to this spot by the Taj, where parrots flash in the sunshine, kingfishers swoop low over the water, and a peacock struts across the lawns surrounding the monument. So what is swoop, children? SWOOP. Swoop means to move down suddenly. मछली जब swim करते करते जब वाटर में जंप करना स्टार्ट कर दे तो ऊपर आती है, फिर नीचे एकदम डाइव करती है डीप, isn't it? So that is swooping, swoop. And peacock struts. What is struts? Struts means क्या होता है? Strut मतलब जब peacock एकदम proud manner में walk करता है ना, तो उसको strut बोलते हैं. Okay, struts across the lawns surrounding the monument. I follow the peacock into a shady grove. It is quite tame and does not fly away. It leads me to a small boy who is sitting in the shade of a tree, feasting on a handful of small green fruit. So the peacock was strutting, walking in a proud manner, and he followed the peacock into the shady grove, into the grove of trees. Okay. So what did he see, children? Why do you think the peacock does not fly away when the narrator walks by? जब narrator उसके पास से जाता है, गुजरता है, तो peacock क्यों नहीं fly कर चले आता वहाँ से? Because it was tamed peacock, पाला हुआ peacock था. Okay, so वो peacock है, वो किसकी तरफ जाता है? वो peacock है, वो small boy की तरफ जाता है, जो what was that small boy doing? He was sitting in the shade of a tree, feasting on a handful of small green fruit. वो small boy है, वहाँ बैठा हुआ था और वहाँ बैठकर वो क्या खा रहा था? वो छोटे छोटे green fruits खा रहा था. I have not seen the fruit before. Now what is the author saying? That उसने कभी ऐसा fruit देखा ही नहीं था. And asked the boy to tell me what it is. तब उसने ऑथर ने उस बॉय से पूछा कि आखिर तुम कौन सी फ्रूट है जो तुम खा रहे हो. ही ऑफर्स मी वॉट लुक्स लाइक अ हार्ड ग्रीन प्लम. नाउ इट इज़ द फ्रूट फ्रॉम द अशोका ट्री. अशोक ट्री जो हमारे घर में होता है. तो वॉट वॉज ईटिंग? ही वॉज ईटिंग दैट ग्रीन फ्रूट विच वॉज फ्रॉम द अशोक ट्री. Who says this line, children? The boy said this line to the author. There are many such trees in the garden. और ऐसे कई trees थे garden में. Sorry, हैं garden में. Now, are you allowed to take the fruit? अब author ने पूछा कि क्या तुम्हें permission है fruits को pluck करना tree से? I am allowed, he says, grinning. ओके तो वो ह्यूज स्माइल देते हुए वो क्या बोलता है कि मुझे परमिशन है, आई एम अलाउड. माई फादर इज़ द हेड गार्डनर. नाउ डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड वाई द बॉय वॉज अलाउड टू pluck fruits and eat from this respective tree? Why, children? Because he was the son of the head gardener. I bite into the fruit. It is hard and sour, but not unpleasant. Do you live here? I asked. तो ऑथर ने पूछा कि क्या तुम यहीं रहते हो? ओवर द वॉल, ही सेज. तो ही सेज कि नहीं, आई लिव ओवर द वॉल, मतलब वॉल के उस पार रहता हूँ. बट आई कम हियर एवरी डे टू हेल्प माई फादर एंड टू ईट द फ्रूट. तो उसने क्या बोला कि लेकिन वो डेली आता है. क्यों आता है डेली? वो अपने फादर की मदद करने और फ्रूट खाने आता है. सो यू सी द ताजमहल एवरी डे. I have seen it every day for as long as I can remember. मैं इसको तब से देख रहा हूँ जब से I think I've got my senses, isn't it? And I am seeing it for the first time. You are very lucky. So who said this line, children? The author is saying, the author is addressing the boy Lucky. Why? He is addressing the boy Lucky because he comes here to see the Taj Mahal every day. He shrugs. If you see it once or 100 times, it is the same. It doesn't change. So the boy replied that अगर आप एक बार देखते हो या फिर आप इसको डेली देखने आते हो कि that it does not make any sense. Why does not make sense, children? Because it does not change. Don't you like looking at it then? क्या तुम्हें पसंद नहीं है इसके इसको देखना? I like looking at the people who come here. They are always different. In the evening there will be many people. So इस पे boy क्या बोलता है? The boy says कि I like rather than looking at Taj Mahal, I like looking at people who come here. And why does he like looking at people? Because he get to see different faces each time. You must have seen people from almost every country in the world. That is so. They all come here to look at the Taj. The kings and queens, the presidents and prime ministers, the film stars and poor people too. And I look at them in that way. It isn't boring. So it does not bore him by looking at the people because different people come from the different section of the society every day. Some are rich, some are poor. Well, you have the Taj to thank for that. So he says कि इसके लिए तो you have to thank Taj Mahal because due to Taj Mahal only people are allured over here. They get allured, okay, to see the Taj Mahal, isn't it? He gazes thoughtfully. वो जो है वो चुपचाप वो देखकर सोचने लगता है. At the shimmering monument. His eyes are accustomed to the sharp sunlight. He sees the Taj every day. But at this moment, he is really looking at it, thinking about it, wondering what magic it must possess to attract people from all concerns of the earth, to bring them here walking through his father's well-kept garden so that he can have something new and fresh to look at each day. तो वो जो है वो सोच में पड़ जाता है कि आखिर ताजमहल में क्या ऐसा है जो कि लोग डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड से इसको देखने के लिए आते हैं और इसके फादर के गार्डन से गुजरते हैं, और तभी इसको तो नए नए डिफरेंट फेसेस मिलते हैं देखने को. अंडरस्टूड? अ क्लाउड, अ वेरी स्मॉल क्लाउड passes across the face of the sun, and in the softened light I too am able to look at the Taj without screwing up my eyebrows. Sorry, screwing up my eyes. So after that, what time of day it was? So it was finally evening time of day. Okay. So and then finally the author was able to see Taj Mahal, to look at the Taj without screwing up my eyes. So screwing up my eyes is a kind of phrase, okay, which means that जब डायरेक्टली हमारे आँखों पे सन की लाइट पड़ती है तो वी कीप चेंज, वी start making faces in such a way that we are not able to see something due to direct light on our eyes. So same thing was happening with the author. Okay, so now he was able to see Taj Mahal without screwing up his eyes. As the boy said, it does not change. Therein lies its beauty. For the effect on the traveller, it is the same today as it was 100 years ago when Vernier wrote. Nothing offends the eye. No part can be found that is not skillfully wrought. Wrought means made, or that it has no peculiar beauty. So according to Bernier, it is very soothing. It is very happy or delighted to see every part of Taj Mahal made with great skills. Okay, and so for few moments this poem in marble is on view to two unimportant people, the itinerant writer and the gardener's boy. Now who itinerant is an adjective which is used here to describe the writer. Now what do you mean by itinerant writer? Itinerant writer उनको बोलते हैं जो प्लेस टू प्लेस ट्रैवल करते हैं और उनके बारे में उन प्लेसेस के बारे में लिखते हैं. We say nothing. There is really nothing to be said. But now, a few months later, when I try to recapture the essence of that day, it is not the monument that I remember most vividly. The Taj is there, of course. I still see it as a mirror for the sun. But what remains with me more than anything else is the passage of the river and the sharp flavor of the Ashok tree. So at this, the author says that after visiting Taj Mahal, he came back to his place, and what did he realize? That he realized that the beauty of that place was same. Okay, what it was 100 years ago, and nothing has changed. And what remains in his mind was the passage of the river, the surrounding of the Taj Mahal, that is the garden, and the sharp flavor of the Ashok tree more than the historical monument Taj Mahal. Clear, children? I hope you might have understood the chapter. So read it once again and you'll be able to understand the chapter more properly. I'll be giving you some questions or some sentences. So I'll be framing one sentence, and the other sentence will be framed by you. You will have to frame another sentence. Okay? So that's all for now. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you, children.